Good afternoon. My name is David Thurston, and I'm pleased to serve as the chair of the Emory Alliance Credit Union Board of Directors. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our first virtual annual meeting by way of Zoom. During this meeting, you are welcome to submit questions through the Q&A section of the Zoom platform. Joanna Green, Vice Chair, will be fielding these questions, and we will address them at the end of the meeting with new business. We will now call the meeting to order. As you know, due to the COVID-19 crisis, we had to postpone our annual meeting, which was scheduled for April 30th. As we continue to adhere to the CDC guidelines and practice social distancing, it is important to ensure the safety of our members and staff by holding this year's annual meeting through alternative measures, and in this case, through Zoom. The credit union had to make other adjustments this year. The executive management team monitored the COVID crisis on a daily basis and ultimately made the decision to close our branches to lobby traffic on March 23rd. As an essential business, we continue to operate the drive-through at the main office. As members began to look at alternative ways to conduct their business, we were fortunate to already have digital channels in place which allowed members access to their accounts and money. We saw an increase in activity within mobile banking, online banking, remote deposit capture, sending money through Zelle, and an increase in the use of debit and credit cards. We want to hear from you. In the next few seconds, please take the following poll and tell us how have you been conducting business with the credit union during this pandemic. Throughout the pandemic, the credit union has continued to serve members in a safe and secure environment. We appreciate your membership and understanding as we continue to navigate through the current environment. The poll is getting ready to close, so please submit your answers now. We thank you for your responses. Here are the results from the poll. During this meeting, you will receive reports regarding the financial strength of the credit union and its outlook for the future, the progress the credit union has made in the last year, the credit union's financial performance, and the safety and security and accuracy of the credit union records. You also have the opportunity to exercise your right as a member and owner of the credit union by selecting new leaders for our board of directors. Before we continue further, the ascertainment of a quorum is necessary. Our bylaws stipulate that we must have at least 25 members for quorum. I'm pleased to see that we currently have 57 members logged into our Zoom meeting, which means we do have a quorum present today. At this time, I would like to recognize the Emory Alliance Credit Union Executive Management Team. Chris Culberson, President. Greg Cook, Chief Lending Officer and Vice President for Strategy. Donna Porchek, Vice President of IT and Operations. Tammy Ziegler, Vice President of Marketing and Retail. And Michelle Zahn, Chief Financial Officer. I would also like to recognize all of the credit union board and committee members. Beverly Cormican, Joseph D., Joanna Green, Heather Mugg, Deepa Patway, Jose Rodriguez, Lisa Underwood, Roland Witter, and John Wollenzine. Committee members, Eric Abrams, Robert Crowder, Catherine Foster, Stephen Frangus, and Audrey Turner. The board and committee members all volunteer their time to help support the credit union. We thank you for your service and dedication to the credit union and its members. Members were provided a link when they signed up for this webinar to download and view this year's annual report and a copy of the minutes from last year's annual meeting. These items have also been available for viewing on the news and events page of the credit union's website. While members were provided the opportunity to download and read the minutes from last year's meeting, we will dispense on reading of the minutes. At this time, a poll is being launched, and we ask you to please vote on the minutes. The poll will be available for 30 seconds to give everyone an opportunity to cast their vote. Once the results are received, we will share them with the membership. Hopefully we get a lot of yeses. Okay, we have just a few more seconds before the poll closes. Be sure to submit your vote. All right, thank you everyone for your vote. I see the majority have approved the minutes. Therefore, the minutes will be approved as presented. I would like to introduce and turn the meeting over to Jose Rodriguez, Board Treasurer, to share the financial report.
Thank you, David. The credit union continued its focus on growing loans throughout 2019. In addition to promoting loans to members, the credit union expanded the loan portfolio by purchasing participation loans. As a result, loans grew by 6.09% to over $101 million. We saw a slight decrease in member deposit accounts. Total deposits decreased 1.44% to $139 million. During the year, the credit union entered into a sale and leaseback agreement for the main office building on Claremont Road. This transaction provided the capital necessary for future branch expansion and enhancements in digital channels. As a result of this agreement, net income for the year reached over $2.7 million. Net worth, the credit union's cushion against hard times, increased to 9.44%, while total assets grew to more than $157 million by the end of 2019. Current period earnings remain impacted by net interest margin compression caused by the extraordinarily long cycle of historically low interest rates. In response to the factors pressuring earnings, the credit union has been focusing on cost control and efficiency. Financial stability has always been the priority of Emory Alliance Credit Union to accomplish its broader mission of providing convenient, competitive rates and quality financial products to its members. I am pleased to report that your credit union continues to be a safe, strong, and secure financial institution. Since December, deposits have increased $25 million, allowing us the opportunity to lend money out to our members. Loan rates are still very low, so this is a great time to borrow money for a car, a home, or to refinance your existing higher interest rate debt. We welcome you to apply online or to stop by and speak to one of our loan officers. Mr. Chair, that concludes the Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Jose. We will now proceed with the selection of the directors. Credit unions differ from other financial institutions in a number of ways. One significant difference is its board of directors, which consists of volunteers from its membership. Each year, Emory Alliance Credit Union asks its members to select individuals to serve on the board of directors. These board members set the policies of the credit union and provide direction for the management and staff. I will now turn the meeting over to Heather Mugg, Chair of the Nominating Committee, to present our proposed slate of directors.
Thank you, David. The nominating committee recommends a slate of credit union members to fill open board positions for the upcoming year. This committee is charged with identifying and nominating qualified applicants to serve on the credit union's board of directors. Emory Alliance Credit Union has 11 directors, with 4 of those positions open. The full bios for the individuals nominated were mailed with your December statement and have been posted on the website. Those nominated to fill these positions include Jose Rodriguez. Jose currently serves as the Assistant Vice President of Budget Planning and Analytics in the Office of Budget and Planning at Emory University. Jose earned both his Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Business Administration degrees in finance from the Robinson College of Business at Georgia State University. Audrey Turner. Audrey is the Senior Business Manager at Emory University, Candler School of Theology, where her primary responsibilities are in the areas of human resources, budget and grants management. Audrey has a Bachelor of Business Administration from Georgia State University. Lisa Underwood. Lisa is the Associate Vice President, Campus Services Finance and Business Operations. She's the Chief Business Officer for Campus Services at Emory University and plays a key leadership role in the division's business and strategic operations. Lisa holds an MBA from Emory's Gospetta Business School and a bachelor's degree in English from the University of Iowa. John Wollenzine Jr. John has been the Chief Executive Officer of Palmetto Health Council Incorporated since February of 1993. John received his undergraduate degree from Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia in business management, his master's in healthcare administration from the University of Osteopathic Medicine and Health Sciences, and his doctorate of business administration at Nova Southeastern University. This concludes the report of the nominating committee.
Thank you, Heather. According to Emory Alliance Credit Union's bylaws, director nominations may also be made by petition to the secretary. To have a valid petition, it must be signed by 1% of our members. Each petition must include a statement of qualifications and brief biographical data on the person being nominated, and the person being nominated must sign an acknowledgement stating that, if elected, he or she is willing to serve. Petitions may be obtained at any Emory Alliance Credit Union's office. Petitions must have been received by March 15, 2020. Ms. Mugg, were any petitions received?
No, Mr. Chair.
Since there are only one nominee for each position, I hereby declare this slate elected by acclamation. Congratulations. I look forward to working with all of you. At this time, I will entertain any old business. Is there any old business? I know of none, so let us proceed to new business. There are a couple of new business items to share with you. First, the board passed an amendment earlier this year allowing the credit union 2 additional communication tools to notify members about annual or special meetings. In addition to mailing an announcement through the United States Post Office, we also have the option to notify the membership via email and post a notice on the website. This allows flexibility in getting the message out to our membership. We are also excited to announce that this fall, we will be launching an updated website with a fresh new look that is also easy to navigate. Be on the lookout for an email later this year announcing when the new website will be launched. We will now address any questions that were submitted. Ms. Green, were any questions submitted that we need to address at this time?
No, Mr. Chair, no questions have been submitted.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mrs. Vice Chair. We appreciate everyone who took the time to attend today's annual meeting. Be sure to stop by one of our branches and pick up your complimentary coffee mug. And don't forget to visit our website to get the latest news and events happening at the credit union. Since there's no more business, I declare the 2020 annual meeting of the Emory Alliance Credit Union adjourned. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you soon.